Let's begin by rolling our head to the right twice and left side twice. Just think as if you're rolling all the tension out. So kind of take your time with this and really feel the cracks in your neck. And now we're going to transition to stretching our shoulders. 2 times back, 2 times forward. Now pull out and then bring your right arm over, pull out, and bring your left arm over. Now you're going to put one shoulder behind your head and really just keep aiming to push lower, as low as you can. And now we're going to transition to the other shoulder. Push as low as you can. Now we're going to do a mini shimmy, grab to the right, left, then reach out to the right. You want to think as if someone is pulling you over to the right. Now you want to lean forward, keeping a flat back and holding it there. Then shifting your position so your hips are square and try to touch your nose to your knee, but it's okay if you're not there yet. We're all at different levels of flexibility, so just try to do these stretches to the best of your ability. Now you want to flex that front foot and you're going to bend that back leg, then straighten. Bend, then straighten 2 times. Now you want to transition into your lunge. You want to really feel that deep stretch and focus on lowering your thigh to the floor. If you aren't feeling anything, then you really need to push yourself because that's the only way to see improvement. Bring your elbows to the floor and feel that bent legs hamstring pulling and round your upper back. Make sure you keep that back leg straight and just hold that position. You can go ahead and come out of that position. Now I want you to lay your back leg flat and you want to use one hand to push your thigh lower. You guys are doing really great so far. Remember, the more you work, the better the result. Keep it up. As you can tell from my face, I am really feeling the stretch. Okay, now you want to take that back leg and flex your foot because you will feel a deeper stretch. And you want to focus on bringing that leg closer to your bottom. And also, you really want to aim to push that thigh lower. The goal is to have your thigh to the floor, which I can't do yet, but I'm getting there. If you're not even there yet, then just focus on getting a straight line. And I can really feel that stretch because when I was doing it, it was like kind of painful. But, no pain, no gain. Sit on your bottom while you're kind of sitting on your foot and try to touch your stomach to your leg. If you're not there yet, that's okay. Just keep working on it. Now, this is a perfect opportunity for us to stretch our feet. You're going to flex your foot, kind of grab the air, point your foot, then pull that air up, and then flex, and then repeat. After you've done that a couple times, you want to take your hand and push your toe to the floor and keep your calf and heel flat on the ground. I don't have the most flexible feet, as you can tell. Now we're going to transition back into the lunge where your back leg was flat and you want to push that thigh to the ground again because I really think you get a really good benefit out of that stretch. Bring your front leg back and we're going to do 10 planche kicks. Make sure that you keep both legs straight at all times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now try to keep your leg as straight and strong as you can and come up and think as if your foot is connected to your head, kind of like a clock. Time to repeat everything on the left side, my least favorite because my left side is definitely my weakness. All right, so we're gonna have a flat back, hold it there for a minute, and then square your hips and try to touch your nose to your knee and your stomach towards your leg. Flex that foot and be prepared to bend that back leg. Hold it there, come on up. Now we're going to bend that back leg again, hold it there, then come on up. Hold it for a tad longer, and now let's transition into our left lunge. Really focus on pushing that thigh to the floor. And what I like to do is, if you can, balance and don't use the floor as your support, and it kind of forces you to kind of lower. Don't fight it. Now bring your elbows to the floor, keep that back leg straight, and kind of dig into the floor. The reason I spend so much time on our lunges is because it's a really great way to prepare for your splits. Now lay that back leg flat on the floor, take one hand, and push that thigh to the ground. Or if you're not even close to that, just aim for a straight line. Bend that back leg, keep that back leg's foot flexed for a deeper stretch, and try to bring that leg as close to your bottom as you can, and also forming that straight line with your legs, or bringing your thigh to the ground. We're going to shift back and sit on our bottoms and flex and grab, point, pull, and repeat for our feet. Get into lunge position, hold it there for a short moment, and now we're going to come up and slide that front leg back, and we're going to do 10 left paunche kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And remember, keep it there and come on up. Keep your feet fairly spread apart and touch your hands to the floor. If that's too easy, touch your elbows. Stay at a point where you feel that stretch, or if it's still too easy, just copy what I'm doing. If you have flexible hamstrings, you should be really good at this stretch. It's called the Barbie slide, by the way. Now slide into your straddle. Try to form a straight line while sitting in the straddle, but it's okay if you can't. I still can't. And shift over to that right side. Again, what I like to imagine is that like a gigantic person pulling on my little arm and just like stretching me and pulling me out to the side. Now you're going to shift and lay your stomach towards your leg and just hold it there. And forget all about your tensions and issues and just release all that stress. Shift over to the other side. And as you do this, again, extend that torso. Feel if someone is pulling you. Be in the moment with your body and just relax and fall loose and don't fight anything. Just keep going. And now we're going to shift and have your stomach touch your leg. Shift to the center, and right now just keep your elbows on the floor. And if that's too easy, then keep your arms straight out in front of you and keep pushing and pulling forward. Again, I like to think of a gigantic person pulling me, and what your goal is to have your stomach fully flat on the ground and just hold it there. We're going to hold it for quite a while, so just enjoy the music and I'll tell you when to come up. Set on fire, stand around and feel the breeze. Count 1, 2, 3. And watch just stop the music, heading to the conscious. Find the pace and lose it, moving through the conscious. Move your feet and feel the clear space between. Gotta keep this cool from home. Now you're right. Come on up. Those are probably words you were yearning to hear. You're going to feel your hips really stretch it out, so maybe hug your knees a little bit. Now we're going to get into our butterfly and push both knees to the floor. Keep the soles of your feet together. Now put all your weight on one knee and just push it towards the floor. And then hold it there. And then we're going to transition and push the other knee. Hold it there. Just keep pushing. Now we're going to bring our back forward. And I don't know if you guys saw my middle split tutorial, but I had my little sister push me. So if you really want to see improvement in this particular stretch, have somebody push your back lower. And again, I always use this example, but I like to think of a gigantic person pulling my arms forward. Come on up and let's transition into our pike. Keep both legs straight, point your feet and lower as much as you can. And if you really feel that stretch, then just hold it there. If not, flex your feet, grab it, and pull your stomach towards the ground. And then basically just bury yourself into your legs and hold it there. We're going to hold it there for a little bit. Let me share a quick story as to how I got my pike very flat. It's because when I was at dance class one day, my dance teacher was like, okay, Olivia, you're going to get your pike today. So she sat on me and held me there for 30 seconds, and it was really painful. It's like, oh my gosh, I just need to get out of this, please. But she held me there, and I'm really thankful because now I can do my pike, and it's not as painful because even after she pushed me, it was still painful when I laid in it, but I just kept practicing, and now it really wasn't as painful, but it used to be extremely painful. Now we're going to stretch our back. This is called a seal stretch. Reach to the sky and push up, and then bend your legs and try to touch your head and hold it there. Straighten it lay on your back and let's get into our back bend. Now feel free to take breaks in between each of these back stretches because all the blood technically rushes to your head. So you may feel a little dizzy or something. So definitely feel free to take a break. I don't know, I guess I didn't need one because I'm kind of used to it. Straighten those legs. Now you're gonna go on your elbows. If you can't go on your elbows, then just stay in the back bend. And kind of bring your elbows as close to your feet as you can and push kind of out. Then straighten your legs. If you can't do that, just stay in the original position. And yes, we finished. Now this is going to be really relaxing. Sit in child's pose and we're just going to really relax. Come on up. You should feel refreshed. Now we're going to stretch our hamstrings. Bend that right knee and keep your left leg straight at all times. Bring that bent knee as far back as you can. Now we're going to form a 90-degree angle with that bent knee, keeping your foot flexed and kind of dig that knee into your armpit. Now I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am flexing my foot, then pointing, grabbing, and flexing and repeating. Now I'm going to bring my knee forward and then I'm going to pull it back, straightening that leg. This is really beneficial for if you're looking to improve the height of your leg holds. Bend that foot and that knee and then straighten again. And when your foot is back there, make sure it is pointed. Bring it forward, then bring it back, hold it there, and we're going to do it one last time. Remember, keep pushing past your limits. It is key. Bring it forward, and we're going to bring it back. This is the last time, and hold it there. Bring it as far back as you can, and then bring it out to the side as if you're doing a heel stretch. And you want to bring that leg as close to your ear as you can. How to use your leg muscle, keeping it in the air as you bring it around and to the floor. Time to repeat everything on the left side. And because my left side is my weakness, I'm going to really focus on pushing past my limits. Remember, bend that left knee and now bring it into a 90-degree angle. Shove it basically into your armpit if you can. Flex your foot and just hold it there. Now we're going to bend that knee and then bring it back. Hold it there. Keep both legs straight at all times because if you don't, you will be wasting this stretch. Bend it and then straighten. Hold it there. I like to keep one hand on my knee to force that knee to straighten. We're going to bend it again, straighten. We have one more time. Don't lose your motivation. Keep it up. Bend, and then straighten. And we're going to hold it. I'm going to bring my leg as far back as I can because this is my last time. Hold it there. And then we are going to bring it out to the side into our heel stretch. Bring it as close to your ear as you can, and then lower it to the floor. Finally, we're about to start our right splits, but first we're going to stretch a little more and bend that leg. And you want to push that thigh to the floor. And what I like to do is twist the opposite way of my bent leg, whatever way my bent leg is facing. And that kind of forces me to square my hips because you want to keep your hips square when you do your splits. A lot of people direct message me all the time showing me their splits, but their hips are not squared. And if your hips are not squared, it will affect your dancing and your technique and your leaps and everything you do. So keep your hips squared. 90-degree angle if the other stretch was too easy, and just hold it there. Are you ready? Let's slide into our right splits, and we're going to hold this for 45 seconds. If you're not all the way flat in your splits, then just hold it to wherever you are and really just focus on pushing it lower as time goes by. Now here's a little checklist for your splits. Make sure you square your hips, and to square your hips, what I like to do is lift up out of your splits a little bit and jam that back leg forward and that front leg back, and then just hold it there and then keep lowering and just keep lowering and keep that position. Make sure your legs are straight if you're not flat in the splits. Usually I would hold it for much longer, but this video is getting pretty lengthy, so I'm just gonna hold it for 45 seconds. Here we go with the left side. Bend that left leg and straighten that right leg and aim for that right leg's thigh to touch the floor. And since my right leg's thigh is not to the floor, I like to use my hand and push it lower. Set on fire, spin around until it breaks. Count 1, 2, 3. Don't just stop the music, heading to it, come to the find the pace and lose it, you can do it, come to the move your feet and feel the space between. Gotta keep this for the moment, now your body thinking. They gotta lose, 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 they gotta lose. Come on up and let's hold it for 45 seconds. Keep the previous checklist in mind when doing your splits, and we're going to hold it for another 45 seconds. In the space between, you gotta give yourself a moment that your body needs. Downtown, we make our move. 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 Do stuff we make us do. We step, we push forward. I clap, we step, we count 1, 2, 3. Launch your side, then music, play and do it, hold it gently. As the place and music, hold and roll it, hold it gently. Put your feet, feel the space between. Gotta give yourself a moment that your body feels. They gotta move, they gotta move, they gotta move. Come on up. You have made it. You have 2 out of the 3 splits done. So I want you to just hug your knees to your chest and really shake out that tension. And just, what a great feeling this is. Before we attempt the middle splits, we're going to get into frog position and hold it there for 30 seconds. Now this is a time to step out of your comfort zone. Well, actually, you should always be doing that when you're stretching. But if you're not stepping out of your comfort zone and you're in a comfortable spot, you're really not going to improve, and this will be a waste of your time. The last split, middle splits, which is by far the hardest and most painful. We're going to hold it for 1 minute. Next time you guys are watching TV, I recommend you just go into your splits because it'll actually help distract you so you won't think of the pain as much. When you're doing your middle splits or any split, don't fight or resist it, just let loose. Because if you do, you'll actually be feeling less pain and you'll get a deeper stretch. At this point, you're probably on the verge of falling out of your middle split. Do not fall out of it, okay? You just have to develop this idea that you can do it and you will not let anything stop you. Just think there's this little devil saying, oh, just fall out of it, you'll be fine. But no, you can do this. You can overcome it, okay? I want you guys to know that your body can do anything you desire. You just have to believe in it and work for it. And I'm here to support you guys to help you achieve your goals. We're all in the same boat here. I don't even have my middle split, so I definitely understand and feel you guys when you're feeling that pain and you just want to come out of it, but don't. Have grit and be fierce in your stretches. Never give up. Set on fire, spin around until it breaks. Count 1, 2, 3. Don't just stop the music, heading to it, come to the find the pace and lose it, you can do it, come to the move your feet and feel the space between. Gotta keep this for the moment, now your body thinking. They gotta lose, 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 they gotta lose. Let me know in the comments below if you guys got a really good stretch with this video. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram to get flexibility and fitness inspired